applicants tonight. And the first one is DRB 2020-39, the application of Nick Fillet at 313th East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a backlit channel sign. Hello. Okay, do we have our applicant in yet? Calling for Nick Fillet.
I don't see him on yet, so let's, I guess, move on to the next one and
Okay.
revisit that.
Sure, let's jump over to the second one, DRB 2020-40, the application of DeBruno's at 375 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for outside dining and exterior lighting. So I believe we have Virginia with us tonight from DeBruno's.
Hi, guys. We also have Dylan from DeBruno's, or representing DeBruno's as well.
Great, great. Nice to have you here.
Hi.
All right. So why don't we start with the outside dining, if you're okay with that.
That sounds great.
Hi, Dylan.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, if you can just walk us through what you have planned.
Should I share my screen so we can look at it all together? Or we just kind of talk page by page.
What do you think, Kevin?
I think, yes, Dylan, share your screen, and
Okay.
that way the board can see what the public can see it, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. All right, I just shared. Is everyone with me?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, so site plan, kind of the same thing we've been working off of. We're talking about the Stratford Shopping Center and some updates to this left-hand side here. Nothing too new yet with the elevation, just kind of showcasing dimensions here. I'll point out, and I know we'll see it later on, but we're really looking at sort of the front side here for some patio furniture, and then around the edge, which will then be this west elevation here.
Okay.
Nothing too new here.
Mm-hmm.
Just outlining where you'll see this and kind of on the existing property. As we know, this is going to be updated. It's in the process as we speak. Provided some of the sidewalk grades. I think this is everything you might need, but let me know if there's more, detail that you guys were looking for.
Okay, Dylan. All right.
I wanted to kind of show you first what we're looking at adding visually when it comes to the patio furniture. So it's like a darker stained wood, black base bottom. This is hopefully coming from this amazing European cafe furniture fabricator, just to really give that, an old world Italian feel to our outdoor patio. We're going to have a mix of these 24 by 24 square tops, and then a couple of these bistros. Let's see if I think on the next page, we'll see kind of the total quantity of those.
Mm-hmm.
Paired then, of course, with matching chairs. And then, to kind of create a little bit more of a place around there, also taking into consideration sort of the 6 feet and how to make these little nooks a little bit more inviting. We're going to add in some different variations of planters, some planter boxes just to kind of guard away from the parking lot. And then other ones that are either tall or short, just to create a little bit more of a sense of place.
Hey, Kevin, can I ask you a question? On the planners?
Yes.
Do we actually allow them, or?
We do not. That was actually, I was just going to try to pull up the code provision as I saw that, because that was going to be my question, how we're defining these areas. And let me just pull up the code section, and then I will get back to you. But no, they are not permitted.
Okay. All right.
Tell me a little bit more. Is that just the planter boxes, or is that including like any of these pots as well?
No, it's going to be any kind of planter feature. The concern was from a health standpoint that provides harborage for rodents. So there's there's food that can get dropped that provides a little bit of safe haven from there. So they do pop up from time to time, and it's an enforcement issue to get them to come back down.
You got it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, Dylan. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay.
So then, to provide a little bit of shade here, these are the umbrellas that we are looking at. They're 7.5 feet, square umbrellas, and then they have these little features that can be tilted in certain ways, just, playing off of where the sun is and being able to cast a nice strong shadow.
Dylan, just out of curiosity, those umbrellas, I don't see a hole in the table, so I assume they go next to the table, and
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
then you want to have one umbrella for every table. Then
That's right.
you'll space it out. So, but everybody's going to get coverage, though, correct?
That's
Hopefully.
right.
Okay.
I think, except for the front area, those will be pretty much underneath like an awning. So we didn't provide those for the small bistros.
Okay. Okay.
And the umbrella would be on the parking lot side of the table?
Let me get to, could we, well, let me just like kind of cruise up here. So these have the ability to either have the base kind of in the center here. Okay, so I did put them in the center because these tables, and I can zoom in if that's a little bit easier. Because we're using these 24 by 24 square tops
They separate?
to separate. Yeah, we have the ability then to separate in between. So let me correct that. It is coming from the center, and we're just going to have the tables pulled apart. And you're right, it will be on this west elevation.
Yeah, I was just concerned that if it was in the aisle, it would restrict, the walkability.
That's right. That's right. So I think this is a better solution if you guys are into it, being able to have it in between.
Dylan, just try to, you need, according to the code, 48 inches of walking space, pedestrian walking space. So just keep that in mind. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
But that should be measured from the curb into the tables, 48 inches of clearance.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions on the umbrellas? Tim or Colin?
No.
Okay.
On the umbrellas, no.
Okay. Dylan, one other thing to remember, there's no advertising allowed on the umbrellas.
Guys, come on.
Hey, I didn't make the rules.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
We're like in the scallop edge and sort of
No,
how
it
that's
looks good.
bringing in that Italian flair.
It
Yeah.
looks good. It looks
But I
good.
do appreciate the reminder because
Yeah.
we'll find a way to want to put a logo on something.
I know you will. Yeah. And then also talking about signage, just real quick, no tent signs or A-frame signs advertising outside dining. You
That's
need
right.
to keep that
Totally
area.
understand.
Yeah. No sandwich boards
No
and things
sandwich
of that
boards.
nature.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we even have space on our sidewalks, truly. So
Right.
Well,
Right.
I do have a question about the sidewalk itself. Is that already there, or is that going to be replaced?
It is current, there's a sidewalk of that same depth currently there, and it actually has already been replaced and it's new concrete in. So
Because I'm
what
looking
they
at
did,
it again, and it looks like Bob's point about the 48 inches. It looks like on this diagram on page 11, you do have the 48-inch clearance from the curb to the table. But then when you separate the tables out to put the umbrella in, I think you're going to lose some inches in doing that. And that's, I don't know how many inches you lose there. So I don't know if you actually still get the 48 inches there. So that's something to watch out for. The other thing I have about the sidewalk is, and I haven't been there since the renovations have started, is the sidewalk, how far raised off the ground is the sidewalk? Is it a normal or is it something different?
it's normal.
yeah, I believe it's normal.
So then you do have some separation, at least by the curb itself is providing you separation from the parking lot. So you're not putting the tables essentially on the same grade as the parking lot. There is some height there.
Yes,
right.
there definitely is.
Yeah, it's like an 8-inch curb or something.
Yeah.
Good. And
All right.
I mean, if you see some of couple of the restaurants downtown, they must have more of a fenced in area. I guess you'll have no fencing as such, right? No barrier.
I think
No.
their planners were going to act as the barrier.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
right.
Right.
That's why I
Yeah,
raised
that's
the
right.
point about the raised curb there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly a safety feature having that curb, an 8-inch curb. So, yeah. So, okay. All right, Dylan. Yeah, if you want to
Okay.
continue, thanks.
Great.
Mr. Chairman, just
So-
real quick on that, and it's hard to tell from this plan, is there pull and parking adjacent to that, or is that just a drive aisle?
There's pulling
Right
parking.
here. Yeah, right
Yes.
here, Kevin.
Yes, there's currently parking.
Okay. Are you going to utilize wheel stops, concrete wheel stops, in addition to the curb? Because if not, then there could be a tendency for cars to pull too far in and the bumpers extend over. So in that area, particularly with the tables, you may want to consider some concrete wheel stops.
I think that's a good point. We
Yeah,
don't
that's a good
currently
point.
have them, but we can certainly look at that.
Yeah, then you basically have a double barrier, the wheel
Yeah.
stop plus and the curb.
I think that'll be nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, great. Hey, Kevin, I have another question for you. And I guess you guys will look at that internally, but I think somewhere in the code, they talked about the percentage of seats outside as compared to the number of seats inside. I can't remember if it was 25%. Does that still hold true, or?
That would hold true. I have to get back to the code.
I know there's been a lot of changes, certainly.
Yeah, so I do have the code provision up for the barriers. It does prohibited barriers, flower pots, planters, and other ornamental containers.
Mhm.
Give me a second to find that, but yes, there's a limit on the number of seats. 25% is correct, no more than
Of
50.
what's inside?
Correct.
Okay. And clarifying question, does bar seating on the inside count as seating?
Yes, we would. If it's a seat that's part of your indoor dining license, food establishment license, then we would count that as part of the calculation.
Okay, then we should probably be pretty good.
Any idea how many seats you're going to have inside at this point?
Probably 50 to 60.
50 to 60 seats inside.
Yes, that's
So if you're
correct.
only allowed
Probably.
20
That's not finalized though.
Okay, but if you're only allowed 25% of that,
No, we need like 12 to 15 outside only. Understood. So we might have to, we'll have to revise this.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
You could
And I mean, I was going to say, I figured, if we're looking at this plan, Colin might mention that we're not getting 48 inches over here. So I could see us maybe having to rethink this area of seating.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
right
sure-
now I count 32 seats out there on this diagram, so that's
Yeah, so we'll have to
more
minimize
than
that. some.
25% of,
Okay, no problem.
but
I'm sure Kevin will be happy to work with you on it.
Yes, and Dylan, the area that you were just referencing at the far end, as long as that's not a throughway, if that's kind of the dead end of the outdoor dining area, then you don't need to maintain that 48.
Okay.
48 is to provide for pedestrians. It was really put in place for the North Wayne provision for a public throughway. If that's the kind of the dead end area of the sidewalk and the outdoor dining area, you wouldn't need to have 48 inches around there. But as you get whittling down the numbers to the 25%, you'll probably expand some of along that entire frontage and rearrange that back area anyway.
Okay.
I'm just kind of curious, and this is just jumping ahead a little bit. Is it going to be basically wait staff service outside, or is it pretty much people will get things and just go outside and eat on their own?
We would want to have some service outside,
Okay,
especially obviously in the COVID world right now.
sure.
We want to be able to service our customers just as well on the outside as the inside.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We can
I was
maintain that
just kind of curious. Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right, Dylan, you want to continue?
Yeah, so we can revise this and get down to that 25%, just confirming what we do have on the inside. But just sort of like a broad stroke overview, I mentioned that these would be those 24 by 24 kind of pushed together tables to either create something like an 8-top, a 4-top, and then we have the smaller bistros just because we have a smaller kind of footprint up front for the sidewalk on the one on the west elevation, and then 1, 2, 3 on the front side of the store.
Okay. Colin and Tim, what do you think of the plan?
I have no real objection. I mean, the only concern is that I have is on the, with your walkability on the, what would that be? The south side?
South. Yep, that's right.
Maybe that's where you lose some of your percentage, and you focus
Okay.
on the west side primarily for seating.
Okay.
Just from experience, I'm in the shopping center a lot. It gets, it's pretty crowded, especially Saturdays. That's a pretty busy sidewalk right there.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Virginia were wondering the same thing. So we wanted to see kind of what y'all thought about it, and we had a hunch that those may need to go.
Mhm.
All right, so like I say, I'm sure Kevin will work with you for a number of seats and to make sure you're not putting too many out there. And so, Tim, what do you think? You happy with the plan?
Well, I like the plan. I really do. I'm just concerned about the numbers.
Okay,
And Bob, just to build on that, this is kind of the first step of outdoor dining. There's an actual outdoor dining application that they will be submitting next, which will then be reviewed by our code officials and our health officers. And that's where we then narrow down the specific numbers and the spacing and all of that. So
exactly.
tonight is just to get the DRB approval on the furnishings and the general layout, and then we do that as a matter of course for new applications.
Okay, great. And you guys are good with the furniture, Tim and Colin?
Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
I think the furniture looks nice. I think it fits well. One of the things actually, as I'm sitting here just thinking about the aesthetics of the front appearance, I know there's been a lot, we spent a lot of time talking to people about the front appearance and the windows and everything with the awnings and everything. And I don't know if having the tables out there actually obscures some of the aesthetics of the front as it is. So that's just one comment.
Okay, good.
Otherwise,
Okay.
All right, great.
Just one more question. What caused the severe grade issue in the sidewalk? Was it parking lot related, like sloping issues, or how
Yeah,
couldn't that be corrected so you could utilize that space for more tables?
So it actually has been corrected. This is from the initial drawings when they submitted them, when our construction team submitted them, but that was just had to do with there's really different elevations between the 3 or 4 stores that were previously here that were combined really into this store. And they thought they weren't going to be able to do it without a severe grade. When you walk it, it is really a very smooth grade and not an issue. But
So
the
my
plans
point
have
is
it.
maybe you can utilize that instead of the
I think we
south
definitely
side.
can. Yeah, I think we can.
Great.
Thank
Great. All right. All right, guys. Any other questions on the outside dining?
No, I don't.
You're good? Okay. Tim, you're good with it?
Yeah.
Okay. And Virginia, Dylan, you have any other questions for the board on the outside dining?
Not on the outside dining.
For Kevin? You're good? Okay. All right. So
Yeah, I think we're clear.
okay, terrific. Why don't we move over to the lighting? We'll take a look at that plan that you have.
Okay. Little bit of a curveball here, but I'm glad we're all here to talk about it together. So when we initially turned, our application in, this was the fixture that we thought we were going with. We have since changed the fixture. And if you're open to it, I have the PDF with kind of all the information and a nice mock-up to show you. Is it okay to kind of show you where we're headed now? Since I have all of you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And to give you guys some background information, you had originally approved a black gray gooseneck light out here. If you remember that a while ago when the landlord actually came in, we'd like to go with a little bit of a different look. So before we ordered this or anything, we just wanted to make sure you were comfortable with it before we actually pulled the trigger to make this change.
That's right. Thank you, Virginia. So a little bit more elegant of a fixture, a little bit taller than the one that we were just looking at. What we really love is that we think that, there's a lot of touches of brass that show up on the outside through some of the awning selections, through some of the glows of the lighting of the exterior signage. And then we think it complements really well with, hopefully, the feeling of the store kind of pouring through the windows. So this is the new fixture that we are, really in love with, and hoping could adorn our outside.
Instead of the
Forgive me,
original
I
black
missed one. That's right. That's right.
or gooseneck, sorry.
Kevin, Tim, what do you guys think?
A+.
Yeah, so this is going to be more of a glow than an actual light, like spotting
Yes.
on things. This is just going to be more of a glow.
Yeah, a
that's-
mood.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Okay.
I think I'll look nice.
I would guess that parking lot's got ample overhead, 24 feet high or whatever, big lights. So this will look good, I think. It'll just, sit well on the building. So, yeah, good
Mr.
move.
Chairman,
Yes.
just Dylan, if you could go down to the, I guess the west side, that elevation there.
Yes.
In relationship to the outdoor dining tables and the umbrellas, how are the umbrellas going to work with the awnings that are there? You may not need umbrellas if you
Mhm.
have those awnings for
Mhm.
all of the tables.
Yeah, we agree. We were thinking some of the same thing. Just wanted to show the ability to have those, but we may need to like rearrange where they would sit. I think especially now that the planters won't be there, we have the ability to place them kind of in between and tilt them. That's why we were looking for the like flexibility of how those umbrellas could either tilt and or be underneath that. The adjustability is what I was looking for.
It wasn't until I saw this elevation and I'm like, well, we could have potential
Yeah.
conflict, but you guys are already on that. So
We are, and the awnings don't come out quite far enough to cover if you have 4 people seated at the table.
That's
So in
right.
order to provide coverage, we want like a supplemental umbrella.
Okay. Good. All right. Any other questions or comments from the board?
No.
Good, good. Kevin, you're good with everything?
yes, sir.
Okay. Virginia, Dylan, any other questions or comments?
No, we're good.
Good
Thank
so
you.
far.
You're good so far? Good, great. All right. Well,
Can I
how
ask
about if we make a
One more
motion?
question.
Go, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Just on the application, it's DeBruno's and then parentheses Cohere. What's Cohere? Just curious.
That's our design
Um,
company that Dylan works for.
Got it.
That's right.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Tim or Colin, like to make a motion for approval?
I'll take it. In the matter of DRB 2020-40, the application of DeBruno Brothers, application for outdoor patio plan and furniture and updated exterior lighting fixtures. Move to approve the plan subject to the removal of the pots and vegetation bases.
Okay, do we hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you, Virginia. And thank you, Dylan, and have a great Christmas, all right?
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Happy
you.
holidays.
Good to
Thank
see
you,
you. We'll
guys.
see you next year, I'm sure, right?
I'm
Of
sure
course.
you will.
I'm
A
sure.
lot of us, I'm sure.
Okay, great, great. All right, thanks again.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Okay,
Bye.
all righty. All right, so we'll go back to our first application, which is DRB 2020-39, the application of Nick Fillet at 313 East Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a channel lit sign. And there's a representative there from Nick Fillet.
Yeah, I'm here, Brandon Howell.
Hey, Brandon.
Sorry about that. Hi, sorry about that.
No problem. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We just today's the first day of training in the restaurant. We just got approved yesterday, so
Great.
it's been a little busy. Our emails are down, so it took me a few minutes to get the link, but we're good to go.
Great, great. All righty. Okay. Well, you want to take 30 seconds out and just tell us about Nick Fillet?
Yeah, so Nick Fillet, we have currently a property out in Paoli, if any of you guys are familiar with that one. The new one right here in Wayne Square. We sell filet mignon sandwiches, so kind of like Five Guys burger, but instead of ground beef, it's filet mignon. So same price as Five Guys. We also sell lobster rolls, mac and cheese, grilled cheese, salad, all with filet or lobster, or both. Very fast casual, and we're growing fast. This is actually the first franchise. So I'm 22. I actually went to all the Radnor elementary through high school, and I
Great.
decided to go ahead and leave corporate to open up this first location.
Good for you.
So yeah,
Lots of luck to you.
thank you.
Thanks, thanks. All right. So let's talk signage. Why don't you
Sure.
let us know what you have in mind?
Yeah, so we got the Nick Fillet channel sign that Signorama developed. It's the same one that we use in Paoli, just about, that we want to put right above our awning, right where the Simple Greek sign was, same type of sign as what Simple Greek was previously there.
Mm-hmm.
And then channeled into the wall there. Pull it up.
Okay. Okay, comments from the board?
Is this the same as the one up in Devon?
Yep, it's very similar. That one is on a rail though. This one's going to be right on the wall. That was on a rail channel lighting.
Like a raceway as such?
A raceway, yep.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, it was
there-
on a glass facade, so we had to use a raceway.
Right, okay. The existing wall, when you took down, or when somebody took down the letters from the Greek restaurant, is there much repairs that need to be done, or is there any holes or?
The sign company said it's minimal. The holes were taken, they took it down very safely. So the holes are going to be very easy to fix, and
Gotcha.
they're also going to be able to reuse. Yep.
Okay, all right, good, good. It looks good. And other comments from the board?
No?
I mean, it's 32 square feet, and as long as they have 16 feet of linear frontage, they're okay on the signage size. I know we've approved a lot of signs in that shopping center. I'm sure the height is below 15. 15-inch letters in that location is certainly not too large. I mean, it sits pretty far back off the road. I don't know.
No, I think it looks nice.
And the letters are bordered in black?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Are you doing anything with the monument sign out front?
They're just putting just straight Nick Filet on right where the Simple Greek was. Same type of metal, just Nick Filet right on it.
No
Standard
logo?
font. No, just the same Nick Filet. It's on my shirt right here.
Okay.
Pretty easy application.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hoping so.
we like that, Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Other
I was
questions?
hoping it wasn't too easy.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Other comments from the board? Tim and Colin?
I have none.
Colin, you're good?
Yes, sir.
And Tim, you're good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Brandon, you have any questions for the board or for Mr. Kaczynski, the head of the codes department?
I think I should be good. I had the codes here yesterday, and I asked most of my questions.
What are you guys doing about, I think when the Greek restaurant came in, they had something that they were doing with the windows or the doors there?
Yeah, Rushi had plans. I don't plan to ever use those windows or doors. So we locked them up shut, and we don't have any plans for outdoor seating either. The space just doesn't really allow for it. So we're keeping them locked.
Okay, good. All right. Colin, do you want to make a motion?
Yeah, sure. Matter of DRB 2020-39, Nick Filet, new wall sign. Motion to approve.
Seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
All right, Brandon, lots of luck.
Yeah, best luck.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, when are you?
Yeah, thank you guys.
When are you open?
We're December 18th is
December
our grand
18th.
opening. Yep, ribbon cutting 10:30 a.m. So anyone can come to the ribbon cutting, and we'll be open at 11.
Sounds good. Lots of luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good
Thank
luck.
you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, you too. All right. Any other comments or questions from the board? We're in good shape.
Sir.
This is it for this year, huh?
That's it.
This is it. So we need 2 extra people just to give us a little cushion there in case somebody can't make it. So we'll keep working on that, and have a great holiday.
Great. Happy
We'll see
holidays.
everybody next year. Hopefully we're back in the building next year.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. Merry Christmas. Take care. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Lisa. Take care.
Take care, guys.
See you guys.